So us sitting here is like that free will,
Right.
like Jeremy was talking about, the gold in between the cracks, right? Like these conversations produce the gold, and then we can bring those pieces either back together or create a new form.
Yeah, this is free will. Like, you're here freely.
Right.
We're not forcing you to be here, right?
No.
You're not being forced to be here, right? I'm not forced to be here.
But on the
We're
other
here.
hand-
We're here of our free will to sit here and have this conversation. You filled out this book of your free will. Like, maybe it was fated into John's hands or into his path, but he took the action to get it and was like, oh, you know what? Maybe this is an avenue, and gave it to you. You exercised your free will to hold it for a little while and not answer it, but then answer it. And then furthermore, exercise another step forward in free will to come here and talk about it. And
But the
talk about
question
it in
is
front
why?
of cameras.
I don't know why, like,
You do. 92.5% of the people who watch this show have not yet subscribed. That is not okay on the I Am Not Okay channel. If we are going to grow and change the way that life is done, we need you to speak up, step up, and show up. And that starts with hitting the subscribe button. And if you're able, please comment, like, and share any and all episodes. Now, on to the show. Welcome to Bair, the Kintsugi Chronicles, here on the I Am Not Okay channel, where we gather our broken pieces in search of gold. My name is John Bair.
And I'm Jeremy Palmer.
I'm MJ.
And MJ is back one more time. We're going to dig into this story, see if we can finish it. And then hopefully, once it's out there, we can see what conversations come from that. How's that sound,
I'm
Mom?
very curious to hear.
Let's just hop right in. Jeremy, I'm going to have you start. Since I finished last time, you can finish. Or start, excuse me.
All right. So we're still in Let's Talk About Your Kids.
Okay.
So we're picking right up in case anybody didn't see the previous. We have this book, Mom, I Want to Hear Your Story. We've been reading out of it. If you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, please go back and see some of this stuff, because there's some pretty good stuff in there already. So we're going to dig right back into it. We're a little over halfway through it at this point, and we're talking about kids again. So here we go. What would your kids have been named if they were born the opposite gender?
I don't remember.
That is exactly what you wrote.
I know John was always going to be John. There was no two ways about that. It was your middle name that we went back and forth on.
Is John named after anyone?
John F. Kennedy and his grandfather.
Yeah, we talked about that, I think, in the first or second
but
one.
I just, just so we're
reiterate.
just so we're clear and reiterating.
JFK.
When I got pregnant with Tony, I told Brad he could name the baby because I was sure it was a girl. And that's how we got AJ. He wanted Anthony Joseph after AJ Foyt.
Okay.
That's how Tony got named. I don't remember girl names for either of you.
So I didn't even...
Was there a boy named for Holly?
I don't remember.
Okay. Fair enough.
Holly was going to be Elaine or Holly. And she didn't look like an Elaine when I held her.
Why from Elaine?
Because I like the nickname Laney. I thought it was cute.
But it wasn't Seinfeld at that point, so...
No, not Seinfeld. I just like the name.
Got it. All right.
But then she was born and I called her Elaine. I'm like,
Nope.
no,
Didn't fit.
didn't work.
Got it.
Does Holly have any meaning? Does it come from any? Is she named after anything, or?
I like the name Holly, first of all.
Sure.
I named her Holly because she was born in July, which is halfway to Christmas. And everybody will think she's born on Christmas, but she's really born in July because why the hell not?
Okay.
Just twist it up, right?
Fair.
Hey,
Flip it.
We just talked about flipping something.
Try to be different. All right. Who did they look most like when they were babies?
Brad.
Yeah. You wrote for John and Tony, Brad. Holly, combination of both parents.
When they, I was thinking about that when they were babies, they all look like Brad.
Okay.
And I didn't realize Holly or Tony looked like me until I started seeing them in pictures. And Holly in particular, this is weird. I don't know if I ever told you this. There are certain times when Holly falls asleep and I catch her at a certain angle and a certain light. She looks exactly like Laura when she's asleep. In some, I'm telling you, John, it's like I'm looking at Laura. It's weird. It's really weird. But I didn't know my kids looked anything like me until I saw you in pictures. And now you and I are like twins.
I mean, we have long noses and pointy noses and bombastic personalities.
That's true. We are bombastic.
Okay. How old were they when they took their first steps?
I don't remember exactly, but they all walked between 9 and 11 months.
Is exactly what you wrote. Were any of your children, quote unquote, surprises?
John and Holly were. Tony wasn't. How weird, huh? You were surprised. And you wanted to be the best birthday present ever. I wanted a second baby, and Tony was planned. And Holly was a big surprise.
Okay.
So,
All right.
and great surprises as far as I'm concerned.
You did write best surprises ever.
Yeah.
So there's that. Are
It's
there
true.
any specific books you remember reading to your kids?
No.
That
I really
is also
don't.
what you wrote. Okay. When your kids were little, what trick did you use to calm them when they were upset?
I don't know. Did I try to make them laugh?
You said, right at the bottom where my thumb is.
Oh, no tricks. I just loved them. That's true. But you know what? There are no tricks
Right.
because every kid is different.
Sure.
And every situation is different. And you as the parent are responsible for understanding what is upsetting your child. when
I
they're
remember
little.
a time or two getting a story that like I would cry and you guys would like drive me around the block or something.
When you were an infant? Oh,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we
So-
would put you in the car seat and you would fall asleep.
I was that guy. I was that kid too.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the very beginning when you were an infant. And that didn't last very long because you grew pretty quickly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
In what ways are your kids like you?
Bombastic. I don't know. What would you say?
Like we both have personality and we both have the ability to like critically think. And I think that you have that. You are kind of forced to like start using that. And
It's a great skill to have.
well, unfortunately, we seem to be coming up against way many people that, for whatever reason, we're not afforded that skill. So
Yeah.
that's why the first two come to mind. Like, sure, like our personalities, like Holly's Spitfire, man, and we can say bombastic in her own way, but she has gumption, like
Oh, yeah.
and stick-to-itiveness, some relentlessness, right? So I think those are things that we kind of took from you, for sure, and the ability to, when needed, think. Yeah.
That's a big one.
So relentlessness, that one keeps coming back. Attributed all the way back to Poppy, whether you guys like it or not. Like relentlessness was the one thing that you described of him. I know for sure he has a big dose of relentlessness in his.
He used to torture me about it. He'd be like, God, can you stop already, Mom?
Yeah.
I don't. When I set my sights on something, I do it. I get it done, and I win. That's my MO. Get out of my way, unless you want to get Tyrannosaurus Rexed. It's just I don't know why that is. I'm learning to not like scorch earth with it, so that I'm not just always that all the time.
I just thought of something.
Okay.
Go.
Go ahead, keep talking. I was going to say creativity.
Well, that
Okay,
yes.
not necessarily just in the arts, but
well.
creative solutions.
I can think like critically thinking to me, like there's creativeness in that.
Right.
Oh, this thing happened. I gotta dip around what showed up and like find a different way to survive, to get through it, to not feel awful and bowled over by it. So, what's interesting is our creativity is not the same, but we have creative skills. Like Holly
There you
is a
go.
great organizer. She's great with people. She's very creative in how how to approach certain people. She's very personable and knows how to like somebody she can be hard with is another person she can't be hard with. So she knows how to be soft, and she sort of has that ability, especially with like, we'll say being of service to others. Like we see it in
Definitely.
her work.
Yeah.
Why is she the one that's always winning these contests at work?
Oh, that's true.
And getting the most tips because she's the most creative in how to like meet somebody where they're at and make them feel good. And I think that's something that we have. So you're a painter. You can take like literally like a tissue and make like a sculpted owl out of it, like paper mache or something. So and I think your mom had some of that too, where
She
like,
did.
you and your dad, where you guys could just
Yes.
kind of pick up some shit and get a thing done because, well, and probably you weren't going to the art store and buying a lot of shit. Most likely, you had to like make things out of
Right,
stuff that was
right.
just around because
Exactly.
you guys didn't have a lot of money and also weren't afforded the opportunity to spend a lot of it yourselves.
We used to use refrigerator boxes as sleds and slide down hills.
And I'm creative with words. I mean, you remember sitting there when I was 8, 9 years old and Billy Joel's song came out.
Yeah.
We Didn't Start the Fire, and you literally writing out every lyric with me.
Yep.
And then going through it word for word and line for line. Yeah. So,
That's what I do with the boys in their homework.
yeah.
Even Macklin's now doing it. When I don't know if you remember this, learning to pronounce words, we would break it down to syllables, and then you would be able to say the whole word. And I do that with the boys. I see Macklin doing that with Marshy when he can't say a word. It's so
There you
cute.
go. Yeah.
Okay. If you could do any one thing for a day, what would it be?
I don't know what I said.
You wrote, I have no idea.
I have one for you.
How creative am I?
See Tony again. I mean, you'd see it for the rest of your life, but if you could if you do
Yes.
anything for a day,
Yes,
let's
you're
just
right,
have a
John.
day with him. I know, I'm right. Because it hit you, right? So sometimes that's why words matter. And I get some of that from you, creatively.
What is your favorite season? What are some things you love about that time of year?
Autumn,
You did write that.
pumpkin pie.
But then you also wrote, it's also become the
Worst.
worst time of the year.
This is true. It's one of those double-edged swords.
Right. Fair. What is a smell that reminds you of your childhood and why?
Lighter fluid,
Is it? Yep. And
shoe
explain
polish.
why that
Lighter
was.
fluid and shoe polish.
Right. And that reminds you of?
My father. When I was a kid, he would let me refill his. Everybody had a Zippo, lighter,
yeah.
right? And he would let me refill
Click,
his lighter.
click, click, click.
Yep, and put the flint in. Remember the flints?
Of course. I have
And,
several at home.
Okay, there you go. And then shoe polish. My father would.
He needed to have his shoes polished.
Every
for-
Saturday,
Chief of
polished
police has
everything.
to have shiny
The
shoes.
shoes, his spats, his belts. They never used the equipment,
Right.
but he polished it every week. Every week.
Because if you did need to look good, that goes back to presenting yourself well in public, right?
He was an absolute stickler for that.
What is your least favorite household chore?
Probably cleaning.
That is what you wrote. What do you do better than anyone else in your family?
Cook.
Okay.
Is that what I said?
No,
What did I
No.
say?
nothing.
Nothing. Well, you know what? When you say family, am I talking about my kids
I don't know.
or the other family?
I don't know.
It's interesting to see what comes up
Yeah,
for
where-
you.
what?
So we're going to not.
Yeah, we don't
Place
have
limits.
to. Yeah, we don't have to judge it.
Okay.
Tell the truth. How about that?
Yeah. And you came up with cook and you said that. So I honestly, it's that. And yes,
When it comes to cooking, I will cook anybody under the table.
Okay. What is your favorite dessert? We're in mom trivia, by the way. Now,
I have no idea. Pound cake?
I don't know. You put. I don't have one. If you're getting pound cake, would it be Stock's pound cake?
It would be any pound cake, actually.
Local Philadelphia
I'd
tradition?
push your grandmother out of the way for pound cake, probably.
I wouldn't be happy
I love
about that
pound
if you
cake.
did. What is a favorite memory from the last 12 months? You wrote.
Being able to help my children. There isn't anything specific, and I think to me that's more important than having one big thing that you know what I mean? Like I'm let me put it to you this way. I'm a day-to-day person. Thank you. I'm a day-to-day person. I want to be there when my kids need me on a day-to-day
Grandkids,
basis. Right,
yeah.
right. You need me for this, you need me for that. And I want to be able to do that for as long as I can possibly do that, rather than one big, gigantic, 45th birthday party, for example, or taking my family on a gigantic cruise or something like that. I want to be the person who my kids know they can count on. They know how I'm going to react in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's solid, so they don't have to worry about it. Am I shedding, hon?
no, you just have all like cat hairs and stuff.
Okay.
All right. If you could eat only 3 things for the next year with no effect on your health, what would you pick? You picked 3 things that wouldn't affect your health anyway. So
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
What did I pick?
chicken,
Yeah.
broccoli, and watermelon.
Okay.
Would
I love
you have picked
chicken.
that for her? If
That's a
you
good
had to
question.
answer that question about mom, would you have picked those things? Or any of those
Probably
things?
not.
Okay.
Maybe chicken. I honestly probably would have been. I would have probably said like.
I
'cause
mean,
I know
she has
really
talked
likes
about chicken,
Yeah,
like Nona's chicken for a
and
while,
then
yeah.
like, and I love her chicken.
Okay.
You make great chicken, so
All right.
I'll have to make some, bring you guys chicken.
game on.
We'll take it. All right. So now we're moving to spirituality and religion.
Okay.
What do you believe is the purpose of life?
I have no idea.
So you actually wrote a really great thing here. Learning how the natural world is a gift - stewardship. I think that's a great thing. Would you like to expand on that at all?
Meaning,
Mhm.
I think we're all required to look after everything. Everybody needs to step up, whether it's the environment or whether it's other people, animals. If you have the ability to step up, you just do it. That's stewardship to me.
Okay. What do you believe has the most impact on our lives? Fate or free will?
It has to be free will. Is that what I wrote?
No.
What did I write?
You wrote, there's no one answer.
Okay. There isn't, is
Would
it?
you like to give us 2 answers? Or, yeah. So if it's free will, then expand on that for just a moment.
We have choices in everything we do.
True.
And the choice we make kind of seals your fate, at least in that moment. And I don't know that I necessarily believe in fate now that I'm thinking about it. Are you fated to be something or do something if you have free will?
I think you can be fated. I think you can be fated to do something, but still have the free will to do or not do it. I think that is a possibility for sure. You know, you could be predisposed to have a mission of some sort, but whether or not you choose to pick up that mantle and move with it is still your choice. You know, not everything just falls into place for everyone all the time. It sometimes requires a little bit of effort. Most of the time requires a lot of effort to make it happen. That would be my way of looking at it. Sure.
I mean, I don't believe you can choose the environment you're brought into,
Right.
a la fate.
Right.
You can choose to not relive that environment, a la free will.
Yep.
So that's my
Fair.
succinct answer.
So in that case, free will is the way to go.
Well, it's
In other words, you can change your fate by virtue of
more along the lines of like play the cards you're dealt.
Yeah.
Right. And like you can bluff, right? And not everybody knows the cards you were dealt.
That's true.
And
That's true.
You can play that hand in a way that allows you to win. And that to me comes back to like free will and choice. A la like you are the source of your own unhappiness.
Right.
So if you're really unhappy about what happened to you growing up, which it might have happened, and I'm sorry it did, it's horrible. It doesn't mean moving forward that you don't have a choice in how it affects you and everybody around you. And that is something that we see here inside conversations in the gym, but with like all people we know. So
We don't talk about these things.
well,
That's
right.
why we're here.
We're
right?
literally, I think, setting closer to a precedent. Like how many people are having conversations like this? One, let
Do you
alone
know any?
out in public.
you
No,
know- do you
no.
know?
Otherwise, I'd be fucking like way better at this stuff because I would have learned too. So no, I don't see it yet, and that's why.
I still think this is what has to be done to understand ourselves and each other.
So us sitting here is like that free will,
Right.
Like
Right.
Jeremy was talking about the gold in between the cracks, right? Like these
is-
conversations produce the gold, and
Yeah.
then we can bring those pieces either back
is the
together or
free
create a
will.
new form.
Yeah. This is free will. Like you're here freely.
Right.
We're not forcing you to be here, right?
No.
You're not being forced to be here, right? I'm not forced to be here.
But on the
We're
other
here.
hand-
We're here of our free will to sit here and have this conversation. You filled out this book of your free will. Like maybe it was fated into John's hands or into his path, but he took the action to get it and was like, oh, you know what? Maybe this is an avenue, and gave it to you. You exercised your free will to hold it for a little while and not answer it, but then answer it. And then furthermore, exercise another step forward in free will to come here and talk about it. And
But the
talk about it
question
in
is
front of
why?
cameras.
I don't know why, like,
You do, because the pain you were in, like
Yeah, it was too much.
the pain of talking was always more than the pain you were in until the pain you were in became so much that you needed to talk about it. And that's most likely where most people are. And like Jeremy said it in the beginning of the one podcast, I think it was the last one we did, where it was like, you know, a lot of people, it seems easier to, instead of confront the person you're with, go be with somebody who makes you feel better or something like that, or be around people who make you feel better instead of like sitting down and sitting with those emotions. They'd rather numb them out because this is not easy. It takes effort. And, you know, maybe that's what everybody needs to make great again.
Effort.
Fucking effort. Like, and
in
that,
your own
and to
day-to-day
me,
life.
which ties into free will. You have a choice to do hard work. Like these guys, the Few Will Hunt guys, that's their moniker now is like restoring the dignity of hard work. That's what it is. And it's hard work to sit and talk about things that are uncomfortable.
It's true.
It's hard to come to a gym and work through things that are uncomfortable. It's hard to sit in front of a medical professional and say, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I know I'm not doing it right. I'm uncomfortable. So what avenue are you, with your fucking free will, willing to go down? And if it's not any of them, I think you're part of the problem, quite frankly.
This is a dark alley, isn't it?
Well, it could be.
Could be. It could get one. Yeah, it could definitely be a dark alley if you let it.
Well, I mean, just talking about some of these things
Yeah.
is a dark alley.
Right. Well, and also when we get into questions like that, you know, fate free will, like those are larger scale questions than any of us.
Yeah.
You know, again, those are subjective to the person you're asking it to, but those questions are human questions. They're earth dwelling human questions, right? That's for everyone to figure out on their own. And yes, there's no shortage of schools and churches, religions, anything that will give you their version of it if you exercise your free will to believe that. Right? There's that. Anyway, we could make that conversation last.
That
a
could be
long
another
time
podcast.
if we really
Yeah.
wanted to.
Nah, let's keep going with
Let's
Mom.
keep moving.
Yep.
Right. So we're still in spirituality and religion.
Okay.
Were your parents religious when you were growing up? ? How did they express their spiritual beliefs?
I don't know. Well, again, my mother she was portraying herself as a Catholic woman.
I'll read what you wrote because I think it is very appropriate for what you just said.
Okay.
Mother, Catholic in name only.
Okay.
Okay, says it all.
I've known that person over the course of my life too. Father, none.
I don't remember my father ever talking about church. He never had a house of worship. He never identified as any particular religion.
You wrote no spiritual beliefs.
Not that I was ever aware of. He went to church for weddings, funerals, and when his kids were christened and baptized and that kind of thing. But other than that, my father wasn't a religious man until the end of his life, which weirdly enough, my grandmother, his mother, obviously wasn't a religious woman in her younger days, became overly religious once the
Grandmama.
rheumatoid arthritis took hold. My grandmother would be sitting there in her living room watching Oral Roberts, sending him thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
She was everything was Oral Roberts at that point. It was 24-hour TV. But up until she got
catch
ill,
some Jimmy Swaggart too.
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. And my father did the same thing at the end of his life. I only saw him once, but at the end of his life, he was all about God. God this, God that. I'm like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
A person who lived the life that they weren't happy with.
And now,
At the
but
end,
now you're
yeah.
preaching to me about God.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to work. I'm sorry, but it's not.
I agree with you.
Okay.
So, what religious or spiritual practices do you incorporate into your life daily, if any?
I don't.
That's exactly what you wrote.
I
don't.
don't have a great affinity for religion anymore for a multitude of reasons.
Sure.
And I can't even say that I'm spiritual.
I don't agree with that.
No?
I think you have some spirituality in you. You might not be spiritual, but I don't think you believe solely in a black hole inside of just you.
Well, no, I don't believe that.
Well,
But
then that's all I need to hear.
yeah.
Cool.
What do you do when times are challenging and you need to find additional inner strength?
I have no idea. What do I do?
You wrote, just get on with it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just do it.
Just get on with
And
it.
you know I'm like that.
I do.
And actually, at times, I'm harsh about it, too.
So, okay. Write about a time you found relief by forgiving someone.
I don't believe I have to forgive anyone for not transgressions, but for malicious and intentional abuse. I don't forgive anybody for that. I never will.
Okay. You wrote, forgiveness is far too ambiguous. I don't believe it provides relief. It feels like putting a Band-Aid on the problem without dealing with the problem.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me most of the time. Just forgive. You'll forgive and you'll forget. No, that's how we got into this situation in our lives in the first place. We forgive, but we don't deal with what we're forgiving, right? Oh, I forgive you. Oh, I forgive you. But you don't deal with the issue and it keeps cropping up.
That's why to me, like, just, yeah, we're sitting here talking about things, but like not just talking. Because if you were just coming back the same person, I couldn't be around you. You're putting it into practice. So we're talking about it, but you're choosing the free will of working to change the old behaviors. And yeah, I'm not interested in just like
Lip service.
well, and that's to me why words are so important. The delivery of them, the way they're said, why they're said, and or what's not said really when somebody's speaking. And the elders in my life have been really good at being like, oh, well, you know what, John, we made mistakes when we were younger, but that was, when we were younger, and let's just, move forward. And to your point, you're like, no, like there's been no like reconciliation,
Right.
actual like change of behaviors. We're literally just saying, be sorry to be sorry so that we can just like get on with it.
Yes.
But we're not actually getting on with anything.
Exactly.
And that doesn't sit well with me either.
Yeah, we're just spinning our wheels if we don't deal with.
Correct. Which is why like sitting here and talking to this, which has sentient beings, it's hard to like just talk shit because then,
Well,
also,
it's kind of like forgiveness, I guess.
what is?
Just sitting here talking about these things.
It's like a personal forgiveness. Sure. All right. Keep going.
Do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah, you said no. Do you believe in soulmates?
I do not.
You also said no.
Do you?
Soulmates. Well, you didn't love me when you first saw me.
Yes.
You didn't love Holly and Tony when you
Yes.
first saw them. So in a way you do. And maybe the way you thought the book intended was like your mate for
Romantic
life
love,
or
but-
something. So there's like,
Yeah, I
There's
fell in love
actually-
with my kids.
There's
the moment I
actually
saw them.
a question coming up in a few that'll touch right on that.
Keep
So
going.
we can keep rolling.
roll.
How old were you when you had your first kiss?
I don't know, 15, 16.
You put a big fat question mark right
Yeah.
there.
That's what I'm saying, 15, 16,
Yeah.
maybe.
What age were you when you went on your first date?
17?
You also put a question mark for that.
Yeah. I think it was 17.
So yeah, right. So this next answer should not be a surprise either. Can you remember who it was with and what you did?
No.
No, I don't. There it is.
Wow, I really just,
All right. You pushed all that stuff out.
I just put the dirt over
Yeah,
that
you pushed
casket and
all
left.
that stuff out.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
so
kept going.
how old were you when you had your first steady relationship and who was it with?
My husband.
Yeah. How old were you?
I met him when I was 19.
You wrote husband 20. So that's right in that neighborhood.
You got married at 20, right? Or 19?
No, I got married at 19
Yeah.
in July.
Right. Because
I
then in 1980, then you turned 20.
All right.
And then had me.
So I was 19 when I got married.
So here's the question that I was just alluding to a moment ago. How many times in your life have you been in love? And you wrote 5. John, Tony, Holly, and now Macklin and Marshall.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe that.
I do believe that as well. And then, what are some of the most important qualities of a successful relationship?
Oh, hell, I don't know.
Your answer is very telling here. It says, I'm afraid I'm not qualified to answer that question.
Well, I'm not. At least I'm being honest, right?
That's all we can ask.
So there are a bunch of other love and romance questions. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That I didn't
7
answer?
that are unanswered.
Well, ask 'em.
Yeah, we'll slip through them real quick. Did you have any celebrity crushes when you were young?
Probably Donny Osmond when I was younger.
Oh, Donnie.
And what the hell is his name? Bobby Sherman.
Bobby Sherman. Okay.
Yes, Bobby Sherman.
Were you ever in a relationship with someone your parents did not approve of?
I was in a relationship with everyone my
Yeah,
parents
I was
did.
going to say that. I already knew the answer to that question.
Anybody I got into a relationship
it was not
with.
approved. Right. Have you ever written someone or had someone write you a love poem or a song?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
All right. In what ways do you feel your parents' relationship influenced how you approached love and marriage?
I just did what I thought I was supposed to be doing.
Right.
No real, is this what I want out of life type of thing. I was
Right.
supposed to do certain things. Like type, learn how to type.
Okay. So then it kind of gets into a little bit of stuff here. How did you meet our dad? Which not for me, but that's for John.
Do you know how I met your dad?
When you were working
do.
as a travel agent, right?
That's right.
That's when he walked in
He came
came
in to
in.
book a trip.
That's right. Book a trip
Where
to
was he going?
Florida.
to
I
do
was going to
what?
say what? Indianapolis?
To do what? To do what?
Train convention.
Oh.
Disney World / train convention.
Okay.
I did remember that one.
Okay, yeah, that's how we met.
That is also not a surprise.
Not at all, right?
What was your first impression of him?
I thought he was great when I first met him. He came into the travel agency. It was a Friday night because I was working late. And we only opened late on Fridays. And I thought he was really sweet. He was really nice. I thought he was attractive. And that's really all I needed to know, I think. I didn't know much about people.
Yeah. You said clearly I found him attractive.
Yeah.
What is your proposal story? I'll read what you wrote.
Okay.
He asked my father if he could marry me. And you've alluded to this before.
Yes.
My father gave him a list of reasons why I wasn't worth marrying. Hey, there's a great proposal.
That hurt.
I should say. What was your wedding like? Where was it held? Who was there? Any good wedding day stories? I'll read what you wrote.
Okay.
That way you can,
Expand on it?
you can expand on it.
Okay.
So your first word, stressful.
Yeah.
Family conflicts. Families didn't like each other at all. I couldn't stop. Can't read that word. I'm sorry. I've been pretty good
Shaking.
with shaking. Okay, that makes it. I couldn't stop shaking walking down the aisle.
That's true.
I think it
Was a sign.
was a sign. There we are.
It was stressful in the sense that anything good was stressful in my family. Somebody was always going to throw a monkey wrench into it.
Right. It was always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah. So I got married in Catholic church. I was the only, isn't that weird? I was the only one that got married. Oh, no, Andrea got married in a Catholic church, I think.
Okay.
I think. But we got married at St. Stan's, Catholic church. The reception was at the VFW because my father had connections.
Of course.
Right next to the police station. My aunt made the cake because she worked at Gettner's Bakery in Ambler. Remember Gettner's?
No.
You don't remember Gettner's in Ambler?
No.
No. Well, my aunt was the cake decorator there. She made the cake. The other aunt was Bainbridge's Flowers. Remember Bainbridge's?
No.
Okay, that was a flower shop in Ambler, right down the street. She was the flower lady. She did my flowers.
Awesome.
Gigi made the veil. I got the clearance wedding gown.
Right. That's right. We talked about that before.
The food was, it wasn't catered. I think like everybody got together and made food. Gigi, yeah, all the food somebody made and brought in. So it's like a hoedown kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody pitched in.
Like a cookout almost.
Yeah,
like
kind
just,
of,
like
kind of.
Everybody just showed up and brought
So that's
it
where
down.
the reception was. Jay Davler.
Self-catered.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how they call it now.
Exactly. Okay.
When you don't want to like downplay it, be like, oh, we're self-catering?
I mean, everybody in the family cooks. So you just did whatever.
Do you have a valid passport?
No.
How do you feel about cruises?
Nope. Nope.
How do you feel about flying?
Flying's fine. I don't mind flying.
What are a few of your favorite places that you've traveled to?
Bermuda was one of them.
Yeah, you wrote that.
Brad and I went to Bermuda. It was very cool. I loved it. You should go there. Have you been there?
Not yet.
You should go.
Jackie likes islands. We'll probably get there.
Oh, yeah. Try Bermuda. It's beautiful. Bahamas, maybe?
Yep, you wrote those too.
Yeah.
What is a favorite travel memory?
Most people fake fine. Are you one of the few who will rise? Comment BKS below, and we'll arm you with the first tool to fight pain and build strength that's actually worth sharing. See you in the gym. Now back to the show.
Oh, hell, I don't have any of those.
You have a couple, actually.
Do I?
Taking my kids to Wildwood.
Oh, right. Do you remember going to Wildwood once in a while when you were little?
Yeah.
You weren't a big beach kid, were you?
Me, no. I was a fat kid with big thighs and sand rubbed in between my legs. That shit scarred me,
He doesn't
man.
like having his shoes off either.
Okay. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Tony's the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackie keeps trying to get me to like get Crocs, get sandals. I'm like, fuck that, man. They don't.
Have you ever worn sandals?
Maybe once. Remember when we lived together for a little bit, I had those like Eagles ones, I think, for a minute.
Like slides.
Maybe.
I don't think I ever remember you wearing them.
But it was so short-lived.
Yeah, he's
and
not. He's
it's
not a
just
fan
not
at all.
my-
Yeah,
No,
that's
I just-
Because I
definitely
wear
fine.
sandals all the time, and he's just like, dude, I can't.
Bro,
Right,
it's not.
yeah,
It's
so-
not for me. But I like my barefoot shoes. I like shoes that have movement and are closer to the ground. So I get that, and I do like. I actually, for a while, especially when I was teaching at the martial arts studio, I was barefoot all the time there.
Right.
So and I was okay with that, and so that didn't bug me. I most likely could be more barefoot more often, and I probably should. So that's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
You also wrote Williamsburg, a weekend away with friends and John.
Right. Do you remember going to Williamsburg?
I do.
Brad, John, and I went down and we took you to Six Flags there, right?
Loch Ness Monster and
Yeah.
fucking Big Bad Wolf and yeah.
And Old Williamsburg.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that vacation.
Yeah. But Jackie and I went back a few years ago. When,
Did you?
Because it was like COVID times. I think it was like 2021. So we went somewhere we could drive to.
COVID times.
Well, it's fucking.
That's so weird, isn't
It
it?
was a weird time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that was fun,
All
actually.
right, so now we're back into a little section of mom trivia.
Okay.
I'll do the mom trivia, and then I'll hand over to John for some other stuff.
Perfect.
All right. So there's this question that you left unanswered, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Okay.
What would you title your autobiography?
Oh, hell, I don't know.
I mean, there's another question, a few questions down, and I think that actually would be the
Okay.
title of your autobiography, but I'll just leave that for a minute. All right, so next question. Do you think you could still pass the written portion of the driver's test without studying?
No.
You wrote possibly.
Possibly.
But
okay.
you were very adamant about your no answer there. You answered that quick and no.
Decisive.
Yes.
Well, in thinking about it without studying, probably not.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Green.
What your answer to this could be the title to your autobiography.
Okay.
What's your favorite quote? I'm gonna let you say it because I think it's great.
So what? No fucking ziti now?
You knew that was coming.
I did.
I think that's if you were looking for a title for your book, so what? No fucking ZD now.
You know what? That's funny.
I thought so too.
Oh.
What? No fucking ZD now.
There's Schwilledel.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was Mimi's
Anthony.
favorite pastry.
What's a Schwilledel?
Schwilledel.
Well, yeah.
All right. Do you believe in life on other planets?
I believe there has to be something out there.
Yeah, you wrote that.
I
There
don't
must
know
be
what it
something.
is, but there has to be.
Okay. If you could travel through time and had to choose, who would you choose to meet, your ancestors or your descendants?
Neither.
You wrote Descendants, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's probably true. I wouldn't want to know my ancestors, but the people that come after, that would be cool to know.
Why not your ancestors?
I don't know who the hell they are.
I mean, wouldn't you know as soon as you saw them?
No,
Okay.
I don't think I would.
Okay. I believe you.
It's so fractured back there. It doesn't feel good.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Doesn't mean we shouldn't sit with it, maybe.
Well, that's what we're doing now.
Okay. Let's roll.
What personal accomplishments are you most proud of?
My kids. Not that it's a personal accomplishment.
Okay.
I like them as people,
Okay.
above and beyond being their mom. They make me laugh. They piss me off. Every permutation in between, but yeah, my kids.
Okay. What are 5 things you're grateful for?
Did I answer that?
You did. And extensively,
Okay.
not just like a couple of words.
All right. What did I say?
You said my family,
Mm-hmm.
immediate, plus John, Holly, Jackie, Macklin, Marshall, and Tony. My kids are my pride and joy.
That's true.
If you were forced to sing karaoke, what song would you perform? Look at that look you just made at me. Just turned around and gave me side eyes.
You got the eyes, man.
Yeah.
Got
I
the
have no
look.
idea what
Well,
it
you
is.
said I wouldn't be forced.
That sounds like me.
Man, I'm learning so much about myself here.
Really?
I wouldn't be forced to do anything.
Well, let's put it this way. All of my students and anybody who really knows me and been around me longer than 6 minutes, they're
I'm
learning.
going to push you around,
They're like,
right?
oh,
That's where all that stuff
that's where it comes from with John.
Right.
Oh, okay. All
Sorry,
right.
honey.
Yeah. You know what? Don't
You
be
got
sorry.
nothing to be sorry.
I'm not sorry for it. This is
Political stuff it moves to.
fate I was dealt. I'm going to use my free will and make it better.
Oh,
How about that?
There we go.
All right, political stuff. How old were you the first time you voted?
I was 19.
You were. What are the biggest differences in your political views today and when you were in your early 20s?
I thought I was liberal in my 20s. I thought I was really liberal in my 20s. And I've learned just through living, I'm not.
You wrote more moderate.
Yeah, more moderate, but I'm definitely not as liberal as I convinced myself I was.
Okay.
And I think it did that just to distance myself from everybody else.
Made sense.
You know what I mean?
Give you an identity of your own.
Right. But I'm not as liberal.
I think
as
a lot of
used to
kids
think.
and people probably do that.
Yeah.
But we don't have to go down there.
But definitely more moderate.
Have you ever taken part in a march or a boycott? What issues, if any, could motivate you to join one?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Cool. Yep. When was the last time you voted? If
In this election.
Okay. In what ways do you agree and or disagree with the political choices of your children's generation?
That's an interesting question.
I haven't, you know what? I'll tell you, I'll be straight up. I don't discuss politics with my kids.
I mean, that's what you wrote.
Yeah, we don't.
And it's not, I don't know that it's not because we don't want to. It's just,
Look, I grew up, again, back to the way I grew up, you didn't discuss these things with anybody. You didn't discuss religion. You didn't discuss politics. You didn't discuss finances.
yeah.
And that's just the way I was raised. So I don't bring it up to you. You don't bring it up to me. You have free will.
Right.
You vote for yourself
Correct.
and your life, right? And whatever that is whatever it is. I don't need to.
Well, at this point, I personally actually vote for, I mean, to be honest, my vote is for the whole of the thing because I realize it's not just solely me. And so if other people have a way for it to be better, it's not, oh yeah, that's the way for me too. It's more like, what's the way where most of the people can have the way that they need?
Right.
And I'm working to understand that more. I'm not afraid to talk about politics. I am not going to talk about politics with people who can't have unemotional conversations about
There is
politics.
that too, right?
And
Yeah.
I have not really met any of them. So
That's the other thing. When
there's
you were
that.
younger, do you remember people being so what's the word I'm looking for? Affected by an election cycle?
Not at all. I was raised by my grandparents, and I knew what they were doing because they took me to the polling place a lot when I was a kid.
Okay.
And my grandparents were, they were Roosevelt New Deal Democrats.
Okay.
Like, that was a very common thread among folks of that era. They talked openly about it to me, but as soon as we were done in the polling place or done driving away from the polling place, there was no discussion whatsoever about any of that stuff at all. And it did not matter who anybody else on the street voted for, did not matter who anybody else in the family voted for. None of that stuff ever came up in any conversations ever. And I feel like everyone was better for that.
I agree.
There was never a disagreement or an argument about like, oh, you like that person, I can't come to your Thanksgiving. Like, that didn't happen.
Disowning your family because of who you voted for.
Right. And this is something that John and I have spoken about quite frequently because we are on the hunt, literally on the hunt, for some opposing sides to have this conversation at this tone and not yell at each other.
Oh, that would be great.
So if you're out there and you're seeing this and you're reading it, holler at us. We want to talk. Right? We'd love to talk. We'd love to have you come and talk about your opinions in a way that is not confrontational. We're not going to sit here and give you the ability to fight with somebody. What we're going to give you is a platform to talk about why you think the way that you think, but you're going to have to be able to listen to somebody else who also feels that what they think is the right thing for everyone as well. So if that's you, holler at us. We'd love to talk.
And if I'm being really specific, which I am, and I'm not afraid to be, I want a blue boy and a red girl. And I know you're out there. So let's talk, motherfuckers.
Anyway.
That'd be interesting, actually.
Yes.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And I want to facilitate that. Okay.
Here we go.
If you woke up to find yourself in charge of the country, what are the first 3 things you would enact or change?
I have no idea what I said.
You only wrote 1. Fire the author. Step 2 and 3, wash it off. All right, here we go. What movie have you watched the greatest number of times?
Oh.
Come on, you wrote I don't know. You fucking know. You and Holly, your movie. What's that? You've watched it every year.
Oh, Hocus Pocus. That's right. Hocus Pocus, Christmas Story.
No, it's not that one. It's Hocus Pocus.
When you were little, it was a Christmas Story.
It's Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
He says.
Okay. What movie or television show can you remember loving when you were a kid?
Ooh, good question.
And you did write a cool one.
I did?
You did.
Bewitched?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bewitched.
basically it's a
actually.
good
Hocus
show.
Pocus, Bewitched.
And some holiday
Oh,
specials.
there's a theme there,
There's a
isn't
theme.
there?
I'm catching a theme.
Yeah, the holiday specials were the best time of the freaking year.
And they were probably pretty unique because like you had 3 channels and it was only on at the holiday times and you couldn't get it until the holiday came around again or
Let
something.
me tell you something. If they preempted the holiday shows, oh my God, kids up and down the block were revolting because you only got to see these shows once a year.
Right.
So yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah. Who would you cast to play yourself in the movie of your life? How about for the rest of your family?
Interesting.
Did I answer that?
You did, but in an asshole way.
Okay, what was my asshole response?
I wouldn't.
Well, I would.
Well, think about it now. Who would you cast to play yourself in a movie? Who could bring out the bleakness of MJ's upbringing? Glenn Close or something?
Meryl Streep.
Ooh.
Toni Collette. She can get she's got the voice.
Carmela.
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand.
There you go. Babs.
She is so funny. in
Oh, well,
movies.
but
I
she
loved
could
her
probably,
movies.
and actually Babs could probably go there. That would be a cool
Yeah,
range for
yeah.
her. So, all right, we'll say Babs, and she can sing. All right. What are your favorite genres of music?
I'm not a big music fan.
Yeah, that's true, which is weird because that's another way. I'm very creative that way. You not as much.
You're like Laura that way. I was never into music.
Yeah, I know. And I instinctually gravitated toward La, and I was only 4 when she passed, so it's not like I knew why, but I'm learning.
There was just something.
That's why I have her tattooed on me. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to always remember her. What are your favorite? Oh, I'm sorry. So you wrote, my music is art, nature, and experiences. So
Okay.
that's awesome. I'll take that.
Well, that is my music. That's what makes me.
That's okay.
It's totally awesome.
That's
Okay.
fine.
I think you can answer this. Which decades had the best music?
Oh man. Probably 40s and 50s.
I thought for sure you'd say the 60s. All right.
60s were okay, but like 40s and 50s, where you had a lot of ballads and a lot of true music artists.
Yeah.
It was
The
a whole
60s
different
too.
genre.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Those 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, those years
crooners.
were different, man. What is the first record or cassette, CD, etc. you can remember buying or being given as a gift?
It was Elton John, Yellow Brick Road
Was it an album?
album. My first album.
You bought it, it says. And
Yes,
it
I did.
says, Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
Yes,
Okay.
Elton John.
What song do you like today that would make your younger self cringe?
Did I write something?
Don't listen to music.
Something that
Is that weird? Really
Macklin and
weird?
Marshall like?
I mean, is that really weird that people?
No.
No, because I think like
There are
there,
people that it doesn't.
this
It's
is
weird to us.
It is where
Okay.
like people come in and he's literally. We had guys working on the toilet the other day, and he was playing music during class, and they had to come in and out. And Jeremy was playing a song because Jeremy used to be a DJ, still is really, and. He was playing a song, and the guy whips around and he's like, yo, man, like, where'd you hear this? Like, not many people play that. And so they got talking. Turns out they know some of the same people from the early 90s and early 2000s,
Oh, that's wild.
late 90s and 2000s DJ world. But this is a music gym. But there are a few people that, like, they'll sit on the fringes and they'll listen, and they kind of get more musicality from that.
Right.
But a lot of the people here are very eclectic music wise, and I just love that shit because everybody's got an opinion on it, but it's theirs, and nobody. It's not like, oh, you suck because you like that. It's more like, that's interesting. Tell us more. So yeah,
Okay.
Share it.
we love our music here. Okay. What is a song from your teens that reminds you of a special event or moment?
What did I write? Theme to Rocky?
No. Edmund Fitzgerald, Gordon.
Oh,
Gordon
the wreck of the
Lightfoot.
the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
I took Laura to see Gordon Lightfoot.
Yep.
Nobody else would take her.
Took her at the Man,
We went to the Man,
and you met him after.
and she met Gordon Lightfoot after he came out of his trailer.
That is a great
This
song.
was like mid 70s. And Laura and I went. It was awesome. Then we saw Don McLean, also at the Man, one-man show, and his guitar.
He was buying
Fabulous.
Miss American Pie.
Yeah, exactly.
What song would you pick as the theme song of your life?
Oh,
What did I write?
You tell me.
the Sopranos theme song.
Oh, is that what I wrote?
I don't know.
You wrote, you tell me.
Oh, really? That's what she wrote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that
so
a
here's a
song?
neat little side question. Knowing what you now know, what song would you choose as the theme to her life?
I mean, that's why I picked the Sopranos theme song.
Interesting. Yeah. I might say like People Are Strange.
Yeah, that's
oh,
true.
there you go.
Oh my God, I love Jim Morrison's voice.
There you go. I mean, that's a reason I gravitate towards his music too.
Oh my God. Just something about his voice, man.
He's got a thing. What was the first concert you attended? Where was it held and when?
All right, the first concert I attended is not the first concert I wanted to attend.
Oh, what was the first one you wanted to attend?
Was the Osmonds at Allentown State Fair.
No, that's what you wrote. So I guess that's what you wanted to attend.
That's the one we
What,
wanted
what
to
did
go
you
to.
go to then?
When we were kids, my father took us to Atlantic City Convention Center,
Oh yeah.
where we saw Diana Ross and the Supremes.
Oh.
Atlantic City Convention Center.
You didn't want to see it?
No, I just didn't know I was going.
Oh, okay.
It's not like I said, Dad, I want to go to this concert.
Gotcha.
My dad and uncle took us to the concert.
Sure.
They also took us to a roller derby show
Interesting.
in the 70s. They set up a roller rink.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a prize fight.
They still
where
do it. They
in the
do it
middle
now.
too?
Like there's
Roller
there's a
derby?
whole roller derby culture that happens now.
You were like this close to the rink. The blood was coming off of the.
I
I'm
actually
joking.
have
It
a
was
friend.
all-
Splattering there.
Friend of mine, his girlfriend used to do that like regularly.
Mm.
She's like, "Oh, I can't tonight. I have roller derby." I'm like,
Really?
Okay.
Let me tell you something. They were tough.
Oh yeah, they're bad bitches.
They were.
Bad bitches. All right. Speaking of some bad bitches, what television show from the past do you wish was still on the air?
Come on, he gave you a
Sopranos?
Bad bitches.
Bad bitches.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
Shady Pines, ma. That'd be like your second favorite quote, right? After go with the what? No fucking ZD. You have them on your wall.
I know.
Shady Pines, ma.
I love that show.
Little Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and totally that you and Holly again. Hocus Pocus and Golden Girls. It's those two things. All right.
That's
Golden
true.
Girls.
If you could be cast in any television show or movie, past or present, which one would you choose?
I didn't choose any, did I?
No. Just a big question mark.
Let me think. I could be in any movie.
TV show.
Oh, I'd probably have to be,
Hocus Pocus.
yeah.
Or Sopranos. Would you be like an ant or something in there?
Oh, yeah, I'd be in the middle of all that shit making the meatballs. Are you kidding me?
The toxic, like, mom.
No, not the toxic mom.
Not the toxic mom? No?
Livia?
Yeah.
No.
Be more like Janice. Okay. I'd say Sopranos, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because a TV show, or Seinfeld, I could see you being a goofball in there somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be fun too, wouldn't
You
it?
could get into the
Side character.
levels, Jerry, levels.
Give me that Bob Keogh bag.
Frog.
Right. Cinnamon babka? Is it better babka?
It's the chocolate babka.
Lesser babka.
Lesser babka?
Yeah.
Chocolate babka.
The black or white cookie. All right. What are some favorite books from your childhood and or teenage years?
Lawrence Sanders series, Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
I loved those books. It was about a detective named Edward X. Delaney. My father was a what's the word?
Voracious.
Voracious
Yeah.
reader. Poppy read. Like he went through books like Grant went through Richmond.
Interesting.
And when he was done reading, he would give us the books that he was reading.
Okay.
So they weren't necessarily books for kids. We were like, middle school and above. So we would read his books. And most of the books I read growing up were cops, usually cops.
Shocking.
Yeah, or westerns.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
The
My father
detective was
all
reading
about that.
those books.
So far removed from the home life.
I just want to point out that you just used a phrase that you do not hear very many people use anymore.
I did?
Yes. And it was like Grant ran through Richmond.
Yeah.
Like that phrase doesn't get used as much anymore. Like my parents, my grandparents used to use that all the time. That's a
was standard,
It was
right?
a standard thing. Like they always said it. I haven't heard anyone actually say it in a while. So I just wanted to point that out.
Very cool, actually.
What book or books have majorly impacted the way you think, work, or live your life?
I don't think there are any.
Oh, the Bible. Duh.
I used to have a Bible.
I know. I did too.
I still do.
Do you?
Sure.
It's a book.
It's not a bad book.
It's a great door
Got a
opener.
good story.
I love the Ten Commandments movie. Remember that?
Got a great, sure.
I love that movie.
Charlton Heston.
Yep, and it was every
Yul
Easter they would
Brynner.
play it. And I don't know why, but I love that movie.
Fair.
All right. So it says list your top 10 favorite movies. You didn't write any.
Outside Providence.
Dildo Dunphy. I showed you that one. That was a me.
You did. What was
Yeah.
that other one with
Don't fuck it up, dildo.
Oh, what was that other one? There were two guys. Now that narrows it down, doesn't it? Boston. They were from Boston.
I shared it with you.
Yeah.
Two guys from Boston.
Oh, Boondock Saints.
I was going to
I
say
said
that, but I was like,
Boondock
no, that
Saints,
couldn't
yes.
be it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
as soon as
yeah.
you
It was a
said
really
from
good
the
Boston,
two brothers, yeah,
Yeah.
and they were
That was
like
a really
sort
good
of fighting
movie.
for.
I was going to say that one, but I just didn't think it would
was
be
actually-
that
From
one.
Hell was a great movie.
That's a great movie too, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
What was
Fuck
his
yeah.
name?
Johnny Depp,
Johnny Depp. That's
Heather
it.
Graham. Yeah. Yeah. So there's three. That's awesome. All right, cool. Let's move it. What is your favorite holiday and why?
I don't have a favorite holiday.
Yeah.
Every day.
I mean, basically, you said any day that I'm with my family.
Yeah.
There you go. Holiday.
Hello.
Is there anything in your family medical history that your kids should know about? I don't agree with your answer.
What was my answer?
We're fucking nuts.
That's not.
Did I really write that?
That's not medically.
I did write that.
That's not a medical
Yeah,
diagnosis.
where'd you get this diagnosis? Who the
That
fuck
is
gave you
not
that?
a medical diagnosis.
Dr. Mom.
Dr. Mom.
Michael Keaton.
Is there anything health-wise? Not really. We like cardiac disease, I think, would be the biggest.
Yeah, you've had some hard stuff. Dad has had some hard
Yeah.
stuff. So, and fortunately, Holly and I, it looks like we're doing okay on some of that stuff. So, but
Yeah,
it's
I don't
there.
think there's anything
Like
major.
Pop had some things, and but honestly, there was
Yeah,
also
Pop was cardiac,
lifestyle
too.
choices that
That's right.
could have added up as well.
That's right.
That Holly and I haven't chosen. You know, all that free will and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which 10-year period of your life has been your favorite so far, and why? Yeah. Yeah, they were good times.
What did I write?
35 to 45. We were all together. Loved our Sundays with Sopranos and Gilmore Girls with Holly. We had fun, and we did. Those were our version of Sunday dinners and shit like that, where we
Yep,
sit
we'd make
around
ziti.
and watch the newest episode or last week's or whatever, and yeah.
And we were all together.
Yeah. 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 Those were good times. Who would you invite if you could have dinner with any 5 people who have ever lived? And you did write 5.
Okay.
That's awesome, actually. This is a good telling.
Is JFK in there?
He's not.
Henry VIII is in there.
He is.
Really?
I want to know what made that man tick.
Okay.
That's one.
I absolutely want to know. Queen Elizabeth I?
No.
No?
Another queen, but not her.
Victoria.
Was it Queen Victoria? Okay.
I don't know. I'm just
Yes.
guessing.
Okay. It was either Elizabeth or Victoria.
Let's put it this way. You chose like 4 kind of like English royal type and then one very obscure one.
Okay, tell me.
Princess Di.
Nope. One has a sign on the wall right over there.
Oh.
Oh, Churchill.
Winston.
Yes, I would love to
And
talk
then,
to Winston Churchill.
To be or not to be.
Yeah.
Shakespeare?
And then
He knows, he had all
And
the
then
words.
the obscure person.
the author of The Art of War.
Oh, Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Isn't it? That's kind of eclectic.
All right,
man.
why is that interesting?
It just is.
Am I a warmonger?
No, not at all. It's just an interesting choice.
Wide swath.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice of people. Yeah, it's just an interesting choice.
What
of
is it with
people.
you and the English kind of like royal type thing? Because you do like that, I know, but 4 out of your 5 were pretty much all heavy hitters in that world.
It's the history of the monarchy that I can't seem to get enough of the history. And I want to know what makes these people tick. And as time goes on, in my lifetime anyway, more and more and more is being uncovered about, papers that are being rediscovered,
Right.
letters that these people have written. When the architecture and the sources all add up.
Yeah.
Now, Henry VIII specifically, when they brought the Mary Rose up from the bottom of the Solent after 400 years, that, oh my God, I wish it was there. Imagine they're bringing this ship up, and the moment it breaks the surface of the river, You know that one of the last people to look at that ship was Henry VIII. I mean, that just gives me chills every time I think about it.
I mean,
I get the same chills when I go to Valley Forge, and I know, George Washington and all those men were here.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there live. I'm going to say I think now you're getting to talk about all of this stuff. And you see how animated you just got about talking about that and how cool that would see?
No.
I saw it.
Okay.
And everybody
too.
else
Yeah,
would see it.
we saw it.
And so now that you have started the top-down version of removing the body keeps the score, right? Even in the score out. The physical part, I want you to get your ass in shape so I can take you over there and you can see the Tower of London and you can see some of these things. I would love to do that. So
Hampton Court.
you want to give me a gift? That would be amazing because I'd love to give you the gift of seeing everything you're talking about. Because I've been to London twice and it's one of my fucking favorite places in the world. It's such a great place and you would be miserable if you couldn't get around and see what you wanted to see.
That's true.
Okay.
Cool.
Good stuff.
All right. What are some of your most favorite books?
Lawrence Sanders books.
Okay. Boom. The following pages are for you to expand on some of your answers, to share more memories, and to write notes to your loved ones. Do you remember anything you wrote in Room for More?
What?
Such a mom answer. You wrote, "What a strange life. What is my purpose?"
It is a strange life.
Well, it sounds like you answered it earlier. I don't know that I believe it's your sole purpose, but you keep, well, just to be here for my kids, to help my kids.
That's the one thing I didn't have that I think all kids should have.
And if your purpose is to give your kids something that you didn't have, great. It is not solely to be a mom. So
No,
that means
no,
you
not
had to
solely
get
to be
better
a
as
mom.
a person from what you learned even after being a mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who the hell I am. I really don't know.
Actually, that would be a better gift because I would love to know and talk about that. That would be interesting and fun.
I think who I am is less important to me than it is to other people. You know what I mean?
I mean, I get that. Sure, I do.
Like maybe who I am to other people can help guide me into who I actually am, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I never became me.
That's a great answer.
I just didn't.
No, I believe what you just said. That was awesome. Yeah. So maybe this, get all this stuff out of your head on paper. Maybe then there's room for more. Interesting, huh? How that could happen. All right, let's see. All right. So, yeah. So there we are at the end of the Family Keepsake Journal, which is a Christian values company. So, and we just talked about basically not being into the Bible and stuff like that. So please don't take it personally. Family Keepsake Journal, folks. I don't think it's that we don't believe in religion and all those things. I believe we have our own version of it. We shared a little bit of it. It might not be the same as yours, but it doesn't mean that we don't have values that are important to us. So thank you so much for writing this book, for making this book, and allowing me to give it to my mom, because I learned a lot of things that I don't know that I would have otherwise without going through this process. And I really appreciate that. So there's that. Do you have anything else you'd like to say about your story, about anything you want people to know, to hear, or are you getting ready to rewrite the next chapters or write the next chapters?
What's one thing you learned?
Good question.
What happened to you sucked. I could say I already knew that, but it's hitting at a different level. And one thing I learned is the charge inside of me, based on the things I didn't know but was probably assuming, is a lot less now. So I've learned that I can diffuse that bomb inside myself by knowing more about the people that I care about. And when I hear the truth, it allows me to turn off my time bomb so that I don't blow up on somebody else.
I think it is important for you to understand.
That could be the most important piece of this whole thing, what you just said right there. Like that could be really and truly one of the most important pieces that comes out of this. Is that because I was going to ask the question, but you went right into it. And that question would have been like, how would you take what you've learned here and move it forward? Because that's an obvious follow-up question. And you just went right into it anyway.
I felt you thinking about it. So
And yeah.
we're just at different
Mental
frequencies.
telepathy.
Right.
Me
So
and my
it's-
homie here, we got that down.
Right. So it's, I think that is possibly one of the most important things that has come out of the last 4, right? 1, 2, 3,
This
4.
was the fourth.
This is 4th
Yeah,
episode of
yeah,
this. So,
unpacking this whole thing.
yeah. I think that may be absolutely one of the most important things that comes out of this.
Which means if I can sit here and listen to my mom talk about all these horrible things, and you guys can sit and listen to it, that you have the ability and the free will to make a different choice with this new knowledge. That's what I intend to do. I intend to use what I've learned here. Most likely I'll probably repeat something. However, I'll be able to fall back on these conversations and be like, oh yeah, there was that thing, and I'll be able to bump back from it and move forward faster. And like I said, to now have even more insight to understand where my hurt comes from. Because I really believe all the things that you went through before I was here were embedded in my DNA when you had me,
Had to
because they
be.
were inside of you,
Yep.
churning before I ever got here. And I have felt it on some level. And what we have talked about here in these episodes has definitely helped me release that charge and turn it down. So, do you have anything to add in there, Sir Jeremy?
I have nothing to add. That is a perfect resolution to this.
Communicate. If you don't communicate, you're dead in the water.
I think that's the first episode we started off
That is
with.
the first
I
episode.
think that goes both ways, right? That goes every way?
Every way.
Every which way?
Absolutely.
Right. Just making sure we're
We have
all on the same
to
page there.
have these talks with our people because we can no longer assume we understand someone else. And I think that's the biggest thing I'm learning here is I thought I understood my kids. I thought my kids understood me.
I thought I
And we
understood
were-
my mom.
Right, and we were all completely off base. But I did say that in the very beginning. You have to communicate, and this is why,
You are correct.
right?
Otherwise, we're dead in the water. Everybody out there, especially the blue and the reds, see, it comes together in that story right
Well, we got
there.
to do the boomer thing.
It's the purple. And so, yeah, if you have a story and you're ready and willing and able, wanting a place to go to talk about it, man,
Here we are.
please come sit and do this thing with us. Because I believe we're one of the only places that's doing it. And we want to keep doing it well and for a long time. Thank you for listening. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Holla.
Are you having a hard time fitting in? Same here. I am not okay. For the longest time, I was faking fine. I had to learn how to speak the unspoken and find my truth. If you are ready to find your truth, please comment below FINE, FINE, in all caps, and I'll send you the first step. Welcome to our community, where it's okay to not be okay. See you on the inside.